Hi there and welcome back to Japan, specifically Late Night in Japan, where I'm going to be giving you a review of the two B-sides from Band-Maid's new single Sense, starting today with Hibana. And as I say, I'm going to be giving a review of both of them, so if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel, as we say on YouTube, so that you can catch the next video when it drops tomorrow. So let's jump into it straight away with Hibana and talk about this song, because boy, what a song. This is definitely an example of the B-side that shows up the A-side. And that's not to say that I didn't like Sense. As you'd have gathered if you watched my review of that yesterday, I thought it was a really good song. It did a lot of what Band-Maid do best, and it really built upon a lot of their signature sounds. It was a song that they could certainly be proud of, but I wouldn't say it exactly reinvented the wheel. Now, that's not to say that Hibana is reinventing the wheel, but it does do something interesting and different in that it goes for a slightly more slower and methodical sound. Now, we've heard of a lot of Band-Maid's music recently, especially on Unseen World. They've had a bit of a penchant for the furious, for the frenetic, for the constantly blasting you with note style of writing, and I think this is something that goes back to Screaming. Certainly I've said that a lot of their songs recently seem to have built upon some of the signature sounds that Konami certainly started off when she did Screaming. However, that's not to be found in Hibana. Actually, what I would say I felt more is I got slight echoes after a few listens of that sort of mid-90s punk sound, where it was somewhere between the turn of the millennium, where things had gone a bit pop-punk and there was a lot of production involved in punk music, and the music that we were getting from earlier punk, where it was just blasting away on power chords. It was around that phase in the 90s where especially bands like The Offspring were doing lots of layering but still had their energy. Now obviously Hibana is, as you'd expect from Band-Maid, a little bit heavier than your average punk song. There's some really great stuff from the double kick as well, which is dealt out beautifully. A lot of those more metal and hard rock sounds are used sparingly but with a lot of effect, which again goes a long way to the benefit of this song. But you can really feel the power of this song pretty much instantly from the beginning. I love that opening riff. It's barely a riff, it's basically just some layers of nice little guitar, well, loops riff played over a chord pattern which itself is simple, very steady paced, but it just all harmonizes beautifully to give what I would call a cinematic sound. And that's really what I feel about this song. It's got a real cinematic quality. It bursts forward with a real mood and a real energy straight away. More so than Sense. That's right, the theme tune single, as good as it is, doesn't feel as cinematic as the B-side. Hibana definitely is a very cinematic feeling song to me. It feels like each chord change really packs a punch, and that just works so well for me. What really helps build upon it though as well is that it's got a good chorus, good strong chorus in there. Okay, maybe not going to be like the catchy single #1 chart hit chorus, but a good chorus nonetheless, and I thought the bridge was fantastic. Yes, it goes through many phases. I love the way that things changed up. Yes, I loved that chanting bit where Psyche got to put a bit of attitude into the lyrics and a little bit of rhythm. I thought that was great. It added, like I say, some attitude and character to the song, the sort of thing that groups like Blackpink are trying to have but don't really seem to back up. This felt like it had power, energy, mood, atmosphere, size, and so when you come in with a bit of attitude, it just adds some character to it. I love the way that she delivered those vocals. So for me, Hibana was a fantastic song. Definitely I will be giving it re-listens, and I think that it's one that will definitely carve out its own space on any Band-Maid playlist as well as most hard rock playlists. I would say that the simple energy for me felt like what a lot of other people complimented to songs like Chemical Reaction. Chemical Reaction, as you guys might remember, was probably my least favourite song from Unseen World. I know a lot of people really liked that and they just said it had an energy, but to me there wasn't enough to really make it work. This used a bit of speed and a lot more presence of mood and atmosphere, I felt, to just basically be what I think a lot of other people thought Chemical Reaction was, but just a million times better. So you guys can tell I really like this song, and all that's left to do is give it a metaphor. So Hibana is a night of Japanese-style karaoke. Yeah, it might not be the most complicated gourmet of foods or gourmet of entertainments, but I tell you what, it'll get you in the mood and you'll be damn entertained. So there you go, and I look forward to seeing your comments on this video because of course music is all about subjective opinions, so share yours and let's get this conversation started. And a big thank you to anyone who likes, subscribes or follows any of the social medias linked in the description below. An even bigger thank you to our Patreons for keeping this channel running because no adverts, we're not monetized. And a final special thank you to you for making it through to the end of this video. So until I hopefully see you in Japan very soon for the next one of these, for now, ciao ciao.